stuff I was talking
Again, this is all speculation.
This isn't speculation.
Or it's a fantasy.
It's something. It's not speculation. When you
It is
speculate,
speculation.
well, I mean, how do you term the, or how do you define the term speculation? Like, you got speculative science.
Yeah.
You're saying speculative science is the same as ufology?
Yeah, speculation.
But what specific speculation are you talking about? Like there, people always say there are different meanings of it.
Well, like
Speculation. Use the. Well, okay. I'll have to go to the Oxford English Dictionary to give you a definition of the word
Hold on,
speculation.
No, that's not what I'm
let
referring
me say something here. Like speculative science, okay? Actually, they base all of their theories off of scientific theory. They don't go into, you know, just ideas and throw them out there. It's all scientific.
In the chat before we started today, we were talking about what were we talking about? The universe going expanding,
Right.
and didn't you say that it was a theory?
The theory, right? And see that is a scientific theory about monopoles. Okay, and they are doing research to try to prove that monopoles exist. But they haven't come close to it yet. Like, have you ever seen those videos where they show like ice and they have a piece of metal that hovers above that cold, freezing surface, and it floats above the freaking metal without it's free energy is what they're trying to say. If they can actually prove that the monopoles exist, they can actually create free energy. You know what I mean?
Even though it's not free energy, because you still got, it's like I pointed out on, I think, the Fixins ones, like you still got to, or actually no, yesterday, Thursday's show, one of Thursday's shows, it's not free energy, because you still got to maintain the infrastructure, you still got to create the infrastructure.
Well,
there's no such thing as free energy, because how do you harness that energy? The sun is free energy, but without solar panels, how are you harnessing that energy?
You know what monopoles are, right?
I don't.
Monopoles, okay, on a magnet you have positive and negative cell. Okay, you have positive and negative. Now, if you take a magnet and you get rid of one of those, that's a monopole. Okay, that's where it's just positive or negative, and there's no other side to the magnet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine like a magnet with maybe a north and no south, or not, a positive and no negative, or a negative and no positive.
So they would retract from each other, yeah.
Right. So that's where the theory of the universe freaking expanding comes from. But they have to prove, in order for that to go from theory to being fact, they have to prove that a monopole exists, because that would prove that the universe can expand.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So until that day comes, all they can say is it's a theory.
Yeah, but they did some of the scientists. They did that thing, like in Mexico. What country? The big pyramids in Mexico, right? That one and the others, they did a thing, because when they do the north and south, the lineup and all that of the thing, they found out that during from when they were actually built the pyramids, all of them pyramids, and everything that was built from that time until now, it lost its lineup from north to south. It's off. It is, and they did the line where it shows, okay, where the poles would be at that time, where the north and south poles they moved. They do, and they're saying that the poles slowly move by going towards east, not east but the west. And they did a thing that shows that from the time there until now, it's off center. It is the building, the alignment on there.
See what they're doing there is they're going off of the great year. They're also
Yeah, but
that's
the
what they,
sun too.
well, no, it's the Earth has a wobble. Okay, it doesn't rotate in a perfect circle. It wobbles as it turns. Okay, and that wobble does change, and eventually, you know, like those old spinner tops they used to have, where you pull the string or you twist it and it twists. You know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
old spinners. Now that's the basic concept. That's what the Earth is. I'm having coughs now. Sorry.
But they were showing on there that, well, there was three other places that the line showed up. One was in like like in Canada, well, somewhere in Canada, where the poles were at one specific time, and it was three different places where the lines shown up, and they were showing it on there about. And I was asking one question, like, okay, through all these people that mysteriously disappeared through the years of, and they were saying about Agent Aliens. Well, and these people, there was no sign of them after the disappearing. And the weird thing about glass, how long, like the rocks were so hot they were that they almost turned into solid glass after, and they had to let it cool to where it gets to that point. And like in Australia, New Zealand, no,
Now you're getting confused.
yeah, I can't think of the country. It's right there. New.
I'm gonna have to step away because I have got this really bad cough coming in, and I'm gonna have to drink coffee or something. You can actually hear it in the background with Robert's mic, so at least outside of the. So keep talking, Robert. We're listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's right there. England.
Okay.
We're equal.
We live in another place. What's
Ireland. That's where it was at.
Okay.
It was a big old area there that they showed there that the building it's real smooth. It's like a real fine smooth where you touch it and it feels almost like glass almost. And they said the only way that can happen is if high concentration of like fire, more or less. And if for that to happen, it would have to be there for quite a long while to change that rock into like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that during that time, it was an area, and it was no other area around there was affected, but that specific building out there in the middle of nowhere. And
Okay, so before you go on, I have the next question that I wanted to get to, because we were talking about aliens, UFOs, and Jesus.
Yeah. God.
Now, this moves on to some of Mr. Robot's crazy stuff. Now, what I want to ask you is this. There is an article that was put out back in 2025, November 2025, where a Harvard professor had claimed that humanity could face an attack from intergalactic aliens. Okay. And
Okay.
that was supposed to be according to recent reports.
I think I remember the article. Yeah.
Now, the warning basically sparked a lot of debate and skepticism. Okay. Now, a lot of people dismissed it as sensational, but other ones took it pretty serious. What is your opinion when it comes to you remember 3-Eye Atlas, don't you, Robert?
The what?
3-Eye Atlas.
I think so.
It was that meteor that was spotted in orbit around
Oh,
the sun.
okay. Yeah. Okay. And how it changed the area, how it moved.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, and the claim that was made that that the Earth could have faced intergalactic or
Attacked by them.
by them, what's your take on it? Do you think that was sensationalism? Or?
Well, like they're saying about the speed, the trajectory, how it turned and changed, especially when it hit the sun area. They have shown that it on that. It's awful hard to say because they showed that our pieces, when it gets hit by the sun, it changes. Like the sun has a, I don't know how you say it, but they said that, well, how it went right towards the sun, it did, but it was coming close to Earth, and they were watching, but how it moved, the speed up, it did, the speed in progressed, it did, and it more or less looked like, but they made a statement about, like stuff that could be attached to your, like boats, okay, the stuff on the bottom of the boat. After a while, they have to go down and clean that off. Well, we're not saying there's a craft go through other places, build up all that stuff onto it, make it look like an asteroid when it's not. And but yeah, and the way they were talking about speed, the how it turned and all that, it's a good possibility. And if that was the case, we really would have been in trouble. And they were showing on there about that they were talking about different ways of like moving an asteroid out of the way, like they were saying that they were thinking that was using like a microwave to hit it and would nudge it to make it want to move out where it wouldn't be getting into Earth's atmosphere just by enough to move it.
Now, tonight we are actually going to be doing another part that gets into kind of this area, because there's also research being taken place when it comes to that. And we've discussed it before. It's called the planetary defense.